And welcome back to Self Wealth Crypto. I am Chris, your host. Today is February 21st, 2023. The current time is 1:01 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today we're going to be discussing spider lines. Yes, that's what we're doing. Let's move on into our main screens and carry on. All right. So, before we get into our class today, just a quick reminder, this is Self Wealth Crypto. We are currently at 128 subscribers. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell for when we have updates. I do live shows when I do market analysis and my own live trades, as well as we have classes to teach people about crypto and everything else. So without further ado, we'll get right on into it. Today we are discussing spider lines. Spider lines are a good indicator of when to enter and exit into trade positions. I have done two already just to kind of show you what they look like. First of all, for those who aren't familiar, these are spider lines. And as I said, the more you have in, it'll become more clear positions to enter in and out of trades. All right, so how do the pros and people live? Look at that, boom. Anyways, how do people get spider lines on their charts? It's not an indicator; it's something you have to do manually. So we're gonna go through that step by step and explain how you do it. All right, so the first thing to start off with is on the top here on your time frames. You want to make sure you're on the weekly time frame. So make sure you're on the weekly. Just gonna adjust this a bit so it's a little bit more easier. You might want to do the same. Just adjust it a bit. So it's kind of in the center of the screen. You can click on auto to readjust it right. Let's get this into the middle of the screen though. I'm gonna bring these a little bit bigger because I want people to see what we're doing here. All right, so that's what I would start off with suggesting. Make sure you got a nice big visible section to work with. I'm pretty sure there's control buttons. I can't remember what they are right now for keys. Okay, just click on auto to adjust it afterwards. There we go. All right. So this is the section here we're going to be working with. Just a quick review. Over here we have September of 2017. That is the beginning of Bitcoin. All the way up here we have Bitcoin's first all-time high in December of 2017. And then it just plummeted, right? Boom. And then Bitcoin's first all-time low after inception was, it looks to be this candle right here with that little wick. December 10th. This is the week of December 10th, 2018. And then we got our next pump up. The reason I'm mentioning these is these are the three pivot points that we need to keep in mind. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to chart out our first line. So remember, first we're on the weekly. Make sure you're all nice and set up. Similar situation to this. All right, so what you want to do is underneath the cross, you want to click on trend line. And then scroll down to where it says Ray. And click on Ray. And then the other thing I want you to make sure is down here where the magnet is clicked. Make sure the magnet is on. And what that's going to do is allow you to just snap. You'll notice if you move your mouse around, it'll snap to the wick or the body of a candle. Right? Great. So make sure, again, make sure you got your ray on. Make sure your magnet is on. And then what you want to do is take the top of a candle body. Okay, the top of a body on a candle, not the wicks. Top of a body. Now that's where your magnet is going to come in and help you click on it. So just left click once. And then this candle right here, which is, let me make sure I get that right candle for you. The week of June 24th, 2019. That candle right there, right at the very, very corner. You want to just click your mouse again. Make sure it's not cutting through the candle. Here, let's see if I can zoom in a bit and show you what I mean. Make this a little bit bigger even. All right, so I'm not quite where we need to be. So as I was trying to explain, I'll move this here for a second. This candle right here, you see that corner right there? That's where we want our line to be. All right, so we want to get it right there. Right on the very tip. You don't want to cut the candle. You just want to get it right to that very tip. Let's see if I can zoom right in there more for you guys. I think I have a couple lines that are off to myself. Indeed I do. Look at that. This line here is slightly off. We want to go right to that corner without cutting it. Okay, you see right there how it's right in that tip corner? You don't want to cut the candle. You want to get to that top of that candle, and that's it. All right, so let's back up a bit. Now that I've got it correctly and I've explained what needs to be done. Zoom back out a little. All right, let's repeat one more time. Make sure you're on the weekly. Make sure you click on Ray. You don't have to keep clicking it every time. As long as it's showing blue, just make sure it's showing Ray, right? And as long as it's showing blue, you're ready to go. Make sure your magnet is on. And take the top of any of these candles in here. I don't recommend any of these because, well, as you can see, it'll be a downtrend. But certainly, I'll draw this one in. Oops. This one right here, I'll draw that one in. And then the next one right afterwards. Looks like I've already done that one. So let's go with this one for now. It will get cluttered the more you start putting in, but the more you put in, the more accurate your entries and exits will appear. So I'm just going to do a few for now, just to explain how it looks and how it works, looks and works. Okay. Just grab a couple. Remember, body to the tip of that body. I'll do one more just for now, just to explain how this works. And then, no, I don't like that one. That's way too sharp. You can do that one. It's just, you're gonna get some prices that are hard to find. So let's do this guy right here. Even still, that's a bit much. We'll never get to those prices not anytime soon anyways. Here, let's grab this bottom candle down here. Alright, that's a good one. These candles are okay to cut through. It's just that one candle you don't want to cut through. You want to tip that corner. Right about... Oh. I'll put it there for now. I might have to zoom in and take a better look at it. I'll do that right now quickly just to make sure. That was this line. There we go. That's better. All right. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure it was right so you guys understood. So we got a couple lines in. Now, how does it work? Well, we now go to our current sections. Now again, it's going to be hard to see right now because I don't got a whole lot of lines, but if you start putting in all of your lines, you'll start noticing. I want to see. All right, so here we go. We can actually demonstrate right here what these lines will do for you. I'm just going to blow this up a bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, this line here, this line here, this line here, and this line here are all really good indicators of how these spider lines work. As you can see, all these hugged that line for the most part, right? Look at all those wicks. They stopped right on this line. The bottom of a body or top of a wick, depending on which way it was going, hugged that line. Same thing with here. Look at that wick, bang. Bang, 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 body bang, right? This one's a little bit deviated, but if we had other lines, I can guarantee it would be a line right here. Again, look at all this hugging in these lines. Top of that line, bottom of this line. And again, this just goes to show traders. I'm not going to get into the trading factor of it, but it shows entries and exit points. So again, if you're hugging here and you can see the trend coming down, you know to come down to this trade mark. That's a safe trade from here to here, right? And then we're capitulating, and then the signal switches. And it goes up to the next line. As soon as it hit here and broke it, so it got to that line and it broke it right there, would have been a nice trade to pump all this up. Now the same thing has happened right now in the weekly. We've come to this line. It's hard to show because I'm missing the line, but trust me, there is a line right here. Let's see if we can find it actually. I'll try and draw it out for you quickly if I can find it. That looks to be in these guys, in that range there. So let me just see if we can pull it out here quickly. I did not plan to do this, but let's just see if we can find it. So again, make sure your ray line is clicked. And then it's gonna be one of these. I'm doing it quickly, so it might be harder to locate because I'm not being precise at the moment. Because I'm just trying to demonstrate the video for you guys. Sorry if you hear the garbage truck in the background. That's what's going on right now. It's actually recycling day, so it's the recycling that you're hearing. Let's see if we found it. Let's hope. Meow. Meow. Mm-hmm. There you go. See, I did find it. Look at that. Do this. Bring this over. And look at those. Wicks and bodies all bouncing off that line. Bang, 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 bang. And it's in an uptrend. So, this week, we could either start going back up to the next trend line, which I would assume would be roughly in this 26 to 28 range, somewhere in here. More than likely though, since we're here and we can't break it, it would be best to try and test these lines coming down. That's without, I don't have all my lines in, but just what we do have, that's how you work your lines. Okay, we got to this line. It can't break it. It tried, it failed. It tried, it failed. Right? We're in, what week are we in right now? We're in this week right here, I think. 21st, 27th. Yeah, this is our candle right now. If we can break above this, we're probably going to come back down into this line we're going to test. So that's how spider lines work. All right, I hope I explained how they work and how you can draw them out. Perhaps in another episode. Well, definitely in another episode. I don't know when. Because I got to start getting some of my other content out there. But we'll get more details about how to position yourselves for these trades later on. All right, so this has been Self Wealth Crypto, talking about spider lines and how to set them up, and a quick review on how to read them. One last time, if you like what you've seen and you want to learn more from a normal common person like you guys yourselves, or maybe you're a pro, I don't know. But the idea for me was to introduce people from a lower point of view, a more comfortable, someone they can relate with, who's not a pro. I'm not a pro. I follow the pros on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I do. So if you guys like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. Currently 128 subscribers. This is our channel. That's our logo. If this is not what you see, it is a fake. Remember, I will never DM you personally first or offer you anything in exchange first. You come to me. All right. Again, thank you all for coming out. This is Chris. See you on the next show. Peace.